Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're a first-time viewer, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. Please like and comment on my video. This is my recap, my review for Too Close to Home, Season 1, Episode 5, A Surprise Visit. Now, the episode starts off technically with, I think it's really more so Brody, and he's reaching out to Bonnie. He's trying to figure out where is Bonnie, because as you know, Bonnie's supposed to be Brody's father's caretaker during the night. Bonnie is a little predisposed right now, and oh yeah, and by the way guys, please let me know in the comment box below if you guys actually really watch it or if you kind of partially watch the show, because I'm thinking about I'm still gonna watch it, but even just one person says, you know, I do like the review, I do watch the review, let me know, because I'm not so sure people are really paying attention to this show. Anyway, now we get into we're gonna call him Biker Guy Max. So Biker Guy Max goes and chokes out Bonnie, and so Bonnie just has this look of what's going on, because Bonnie's just coming to. She passed out. Now he's there, and they have this whole discussion again. This is a Tyler Perry production, so Tyler sometimes with that drawing out of the scene, I guess it's supposed to create dramatic suspense, but it gets irritating, so we're not going to go and dive into the back and forth dialogue. Here's the thing. He goes and lets Bonnie know, yeah, do you know who's your boyfriend? My boy? Yes, who's your boyfriend? Oh, JB. Yeah, he goes by JB. Right, so JB got in some trouble. He has something of mine and I need it back. And so I told him that if he doesn't get it back within an appropriate time and manner, I will go and take care of him. And that includes you and your sister. Sister? Yeah, you have a sister. It's like, what sister? That's what I'm talking about, Bonnie. JB, you're such a punk. How come Bonnie just got choked out by this dude and she still has more, she's still more of a boss than you? What does that say about you, JB? What does that say about you? Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I already know Shelby. Shelby's your sister, right? Yeah, she's involved with this. Well, all of you are going to die if JB doesn't get me what I want. Now we see the sheriff. The sheriff comes through, and the sheriff is just like, hey, what's good? What's going on? Mind you, Biker Guy Max wants to go and strangle, well, not strangle, but kill the sheriff. Bonnie's just like, no, please, please. And he was like, oh, so you actually do care about people. This isn't an ad. So it was like, yeah, of course I do. So he said, I'll make a deal with you. If you can convince him to go away, then I will, if you handle this, I should say, then I won't kill him. It's like, okay, I got it. And she was the one that actually negotiated that. It wasn't him. Now, the sheriff's just like, hey, who are you? It's just like, here. And Bonnie's doing most of the talking. It's just like, oh, well, you know, he's here. He's actually, here to console me. I was crying. I mean, Bonnie's quick with it, so shout out to her. You can tell she's a seasoned liar. She's had to lie for some people before. That's what that's about. Now, it was just like, okay, but what's your name? Max. Do you have a last name? Again, this is a small town, and when you're in a small town, the police, they know everyone. So if something looks suspicious, out of order, like who in the heck are you? They know that they need to keep a watch out. And again, Biker Guy Max, he looks like he's the type that would get in some type of trouble. So the sheriff isn't having it, but it's just like, okay, I have to go now. It's just like, now wait a minute. Now this whole time Bonnie is playing distraction. She's like, okay, oh, sheriff, so what are you here for again? Like, what's going on? It's just like, oh yeah, about your sister. Oh yeah, so did you find my sister? Oh no. It was like, okay, so what took you so long? Again, because the sheriff was asking about Biker Guy Max. She said, well, you know, he said, I had to deal with a cat situation. A woman called about her cat or her pets. So it's just like, okay, good. And then the sheriff warned her about that guy. It's just like, I don't trust that guy. He seems like the type to get into trouble. I'm thinking, this is Bonnie. You already know you need to tell her to watch out for these men. But it's too late. She understands where you're coming from because something already happened to her. Now, we're in the car ride. And, of course, Annie's just, she's thanking Victor because Victor is so nice to her, and Victor did all of this for her. But Victor, he wants to go to Annie's house. He's like, can I stay over at your house? It's like, well, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Yeah, they don't really like, no, I'm sorry. And she was just saying, as far as her town's concerned, they don't like strangers. And so you coming in, that's not going to be such a good look. He's like, why don't I go to the bar? Yeah, the bar won't work for you. You're a little too clean cut. Your shirt is very telling. How you talk. You're a little too pretty for this town. You're a little too pretty. And you're an outsider too. She should have just said, you are an attractive, not even flamboyant, but is he flamboyant? I don't know. Well, she should have just been like, you look nice, you dress nice, and the fact that you're gay, it makes it even worse for you. So, I'm sorry, but again, she's trying to be nice, she's trying to be coy with it, trying not to prove the other people right who were saying, oh, well, you can't go down there because he's gay. Well, she was right. Now we're going to get past that. And Annie's daughter and her nephew, they're listening to the TV about Annie. This is where they first find out that Annie slept with the president. Or at least that it's being reported that Annie slept with the president. Now Bonnie, she shows up and Bonnie's there and she's just irritated because she, I think it was a situation where it was just like, okay, so can I go in? Like, can I work? So it's like, no, he's already down. He's down for the count. No, it's all right. Brody is over because he wants to know what happened. He can tell that something's wrong with Bonnie. Bonnie's saying, you don't have to worry about me. We are not together. We're not together. We're cool. We're cool. We're fine. We are great. And this is where we find out that Bonnie and Brody, which we already kind of had an inkling, they have pursued a relationship, even though Brody was originally with Annie. So we're thinking, Bonnie, now Bonnie. Because that explains why Brody seemed really fixed on trying to protect Bonnie, because he was just like, wait a minute, what's wrong with your neck? What's wrong with this, with that? It's like, no, I'm fine. It's like, was it JB? Did JB do something to you? Are you just riled because of JB? No, no, no. Now, we get to Annie's house, and of course, Victor's going to go to the hotel. She drops off Annie, and Annie comes home. Annie's back home, but the thing is, Annie has no idea how bad things have gotten. This is where we find out she's been gone for 4 years. Yes, 4 years. You know how much can happen in one day, so imagine 4 years. So she sees her nephew and she sees her daughter. Her daughter's over it. It's just kind of like, hey, what's good? Why are you here type of thing. So they go in the house. JB finally wakes up and he leaves the hotel room. And I'm thinking, where could Shelby and what's his name, Ryan? No, Rick. Where could Shelby and Rick gone? Shelby and Rick were hiding behind a dumpster. I'm sure that wasn't the first or the last time. They might as well have just gone in with the trash and waited for the garbage man to come and take them out. I know I'm terrible. So Shelby leaves because she's so upset that Rick used most of her, well, used the rest of the drugs. This is where Victor, he comes in, and instead of checking into the hotel, he decides, oh, it sounds fun. Let me go to the bar. He goes to the bar. The male bar owner who's there, well, bar owner, bartender, I'm not really sure if it's him or the older woman who's the bartender. Now, he goes and tries to order a drink. The guy doesn't want to serve him because the guy's like, okay, there's something flamboyant-y about him, even if he's not gay, not really feeling this type of thing. A little too pretty for my books. The woman's just like, oh, are you sure you want to stay here? She's like, yeah, why not? It's just like, I don't know if it'll be safe. It's like, safe? I'm good. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I don't have to worry about nothing. And she was like, okay, what type of drink do you want? Apple martini. Apple martini. And that's when the guy actually called the female to go and make the drinks. He was like, oh, only the women do the fruity drinks. I'm thinking, you backwards, backwater, whatever. So, again, he wants to go and dance and have fun. The female owner slash bartender was really trying to help him out and saying, you know what, honey, maybe this isn't the place for you. Because she's on game. She knows what it is just from looking at him, or at least knowing that he could get into some type of trouble. Now, Shelby goes and hits on him and sees that, oh, someone who looks like has money. All right, and he's out of town, fresh meat. So she's all up on him. She's saying, well, why don't you go and buy me something to drink? I'm thinking, Shelby, you're barking up the wrong tree. And he was just like, honey, barking up the wrong tree. She said, no, it's the fact that I'm used to someone having a unit, a penis. So she's just like, oh, and she was like, you're as in the F word for, what is it, the F word that, well, the derogatory F word for gay men, I should say. I can't even say gay people. I guess technically gay men. Yeah. So she said, "Are you?" And he was just like, "Whoa, that's offensive." Just like, what? But it's like, yeah, that's like me calling you a trailer trash. Just like, oh, okay, I get it. Ooh, that hurt me. Sorry. It's just like, yeah, that was really rude. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, why don't you just go and buy me a drink? I'm really sorry. I'm thinking, you go and offend someone and you want something from them. I don't know what type of world you're living in, but that's lunacy in my books. Absolute lunacy. You need to get it together. Get it together. But, you know, he still lets it happen because she's the only one that's being receptive to him, at least in some way, shape, or form. It's for the wrong reasons, but still, hey, at least someone is showing him some type of, aside from the female bartender who was nice to him, some type of welcome to happy Alabama. Now, Annie's talking to her daughter, and again, her daughter is pissed beyond belief because it's like, you left us. You left us for 4 years, and you didn't even let me know what's going on. You didn't tell me what's up. You just dropped me off, and I didn't see you for the next 4 years. I'm thinking, Annie, you are no good. You're trying to say how you went and did all of that for money so that you could send it down. But they're saying that you didn't actually support them. You sent nothing back down. So it's just like, you were up there getting $4,000 a month paid on that apartment of yours by the president and some spending money. And yet you... Anyway, so they're like, okay, she's asking about her mom, and even though her nephew's trying to be like, oh yeah, don't worry about it, she's changed, things have changed. It's like, what do you mean changed? Well, her daughter says, go and see for yourself. Go and see for yourself. And she gave the food to her. Take it to grandma. It's like, oh, all right. Annie goes in, and we finally see what it is. It's already what I said, what it probably would be, and I'm still disgusted by it. Her trailer is disgusting. Her mom is huge. Not big, not fluffy, not a little fat. She's huge. She is obese. And she looks like she stays in that nightgown 24/7. She sprained her ankle, and so she can't really move much. And she's already big to begin with. And she got even bigger because she couldn't move. That's why mobility is important to people. You pack on weight fast if you don't move. I'm thinking, how's this big woman eating terribly and outliving someone like me who, if I have to eat minimum salt, no meats, if I do my blood... Anyway, so Annie's disgusted. She's trying to hold her breath the whole time, and her mom is giving her the right at just like, you left, you were gone for 4 years, you didn't support us, you didn't do anything for us, come and give me a hug. I'm thinking, no, I'm good. But she goes and gives her a hug. She's still disgusted. She doesn't want to get close to her. Her mom's like, I know I disgust you. So it's like, no, you don't. Were you sleeping with the president? No, ma'am. And it was just like, are you sure? It's like, no, ma'am. And it's like, 3 times you lied to me. 3 times you lied to me. Really? Really? I can tell when you're lying. Now, she was like, you're going to sit here and you're going to relish in this. Annie wants to throw up. So Annie cannot take it anymore. She's disgusted with her mom. She's disgusted by the situation. Her mom's like, this is your fault. All the pressure got put on us to take care of an extra mouth, and you did nothing for us. I'm thinking, I understand that Annie should have done something, but they almost make it seem like, oh, it's her fault that their lives are just horrible, which is not. They have their own issues to worry about, their own things, but again, dropping your child off and not even saying, okay, what's going on, and being gone for 4 years is inexcusable. So Annie goes and throws up. Now, while Bonnie is driving around, she sees JB. JB is looking like he's trying to break into Max's vehicle. It's just like, was it Max or was it Riggs? Was it Biker Max or was it Rick? I'm not sure. Into someone's vehicle. And so Bonnie's just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Bonnie goes and starts beating him up. She's like, what's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The issue is, because of you, Bonnie had to go and get choked out by this dude. And so she wanted to know why. Why did it happen? And he's mumbling. He finally lets it be known. Drugs. Drugs Oh, well, no, she was the one that said, it was like, oh, you had drugs. Oh, okay. And whose was it? His? You know better not to mess with him. It's like, I thought we were going to get $30,000. It was going to be for us. It was going to be for us. She has this look of, it was going to be for you. You would have given us $2,000. And, well, that's not what she said, but I'm sure that's what she was thinking in her head. So she's over it. She goes and she leaves. We see Annie, she's talking with, I'm skipping over the Victor thing right now. We see Annie, she's talking with her daughter, and her daughter's over it. Her daughter's disgusted with her. Her daughter's like, I don't even know you. This is what we've been having to deal with, and you get to go and live it up on the other side, and you did nothing for us. I hate you. Go die. Now we're at Victor. Victor is having a ball with Shelby. Mind you, he's pinching guys' butts and doing all this stuff. We know, like, Victor, you're not, okay, you don't deserve to get beat up, but we won't be surprised if you get beat up, because the reality is, regardless of where you are, you can't go and just do things like that to people. There are things called boundaries, and I'm tired of when people get drunk. Some people who get drunk, they pretty much feel like, you know, whatever goes, goes. I'm drunk, I'm having a good time, so there's nothing you can do. That's BS. BS. Now, Victor Zhu goes and gives him a call. His name starts with a D. It's either Derek or something like that. I don't really care. But he's like, you know, I'm concerned. Where are you? Where are you? And he eventually lets it slip where he is. Well, kind of where he is. And Victor's like, oh no, is Annie there? It's like, no. Where is she? She's not there. Are you lying? No, she's not there. I'm by myself. So it's like, but I'm having a good time, so it doesn't matter. Victor's boyfriend is thinking that Annie's there because he heard a female voice in the background. But while he's on the phone, Victor's trying to, you know, antagonize him. So it's just like, well, you know, maybe I'll go and sleep with one of these other guys over here. And we just have this look of, Lord, why did he say that? JB, who's now extremely pissed, walks up, and he feels like the comment was directed towards him, which it kind of was. She's just like, oh, so you're talking to me? It's like, no, of course not. It's like, no, I'm sorry, no, I'm drunk, I'm buzzed. It's like, oh, no, you meant it. No, I promise I didn't. It's like, oh, no, yeah, you meant it. And then the other guy was like, yeah, he pinched my butt. And it's like, he slapped my butt. Yeah, we're going to get him. And at first I was thinking, Lord, they're going to rape this child. They seem like the type to go and do something messed up like that. But no, they do something almost as bad. They beat him half to death. And so we're going to see that next week the police officer stops it and takes him to Brody's. And Brody's father is a doctor, but I wouldn't trust him with anything. So please like, comment, subscribe. Just let me know if you actually watch the show or not. And also look out for my other reviews. I appreciate everyone who watches, regardless of if it's the whole time, part of the time. Thank you.